All right, good morning from Miami-Dade Criminal Court. I am your South Florida lawyer, Patrick McGeehan, and I am your best friend at your worst time. I'm here today on a motion to suppress, and I was successful in my motion, which was granted. So I got my client's statement suppressed in a criminal case. But also, hot off the press, sent to me last night by the Broward County State Attorney's Office is the warrant for the arrest of Broward County Sheriff's Deputy Scot Peterson for his actions or inactions in the Parkland shooting case last year. It's 40-something pages. If you have any interest in reading this kind of stuff, sometimes you're sitting around and don't have anything else to do, provide some reading material. I'll put a link in the description to the actual warrant. You can read it for yourself. The first bunch of pages of the warrant is mainly fluff about who they interviewed and what evidence they looked at. And the allegations of child neglect are based on Deputy Peterson being a caregiver, which were expected, and that expects to be one of the main challenges in the case for the prosecution. And the defense is obviously going to argue that he is not a caregiver. Anyway, the warrant, $102,000. Here are the special conditions that the judge put on the warrant. Remember yesterday in the video I talked about collateralizing $102,000? The judge says, in addition, the bond shall be collateralized with real estate and or tangible property having a net asset value greater than $200,000. It's handwritten, so it's a little bit difficult to read. That's where it comes in, where you have to collateralize the bond, secure the bond with some type of real estate or tangible properties, cars, jewelry, things like that. Talked about that in yesterday's video. In addition, the judge wrote in that he will be on level 2 supervision, which is intermediate supervision with a GPS device and a curfew. The thing is, Peterson no longer lives in Broward County. He doesn't even live in Florida, he lives in North Carolina. And it's my understanding that they can't do that type of supervision in another state, so that causes them a problem. But when you go through the warrant, it's mainly who the investigators talked to, what evidence they reviewed, a lot of opinion, and then on the perjury charge, where they get Peterson on that, is his statement, his witness statement to the Broward County homicide detectives after the shooting, a couple days after the shooting. That's how they're getting him on the perjury, discrepancy in those statements. So again, if you're a law enforcement officer in Florida and you are a witness officer in a police shooting, I would advise you to lawyer up until this case is resolved, because that's a big issue, because witness officers, as I'm sure Peterson and his lawyers at the time, didn't ever think that he would be criminally charged in this particular case. And here it is, they're using his sworn witness statement against him. So if you're a witness officer in a police shooting, lawyer up, and lawyer up immediately before you talk to the detectives or give them an interview. Now, I looked at the docket this morning, and Peterson's lawyers have filed a motion to reduce the bond, which we all expected they would. And one of the bases is he can't be charged with the child neglect because he's not a caregiver. Another basis is he lives out of state, he can't be under this level of supervision. So the attorneys are asking for a hearing for the judge to make a decision on whether Peterson's bond should be reduced. And that hearing hasn't been scheduled yet. That motion was just filed yesterday. And I noticed that when I checked the docket, and also put a link to it in the description in case you want to read that exciting stuff. Anyway, that's the latest on the Scot Peterson case. He's still in the Broward County Jail as of this morning. I checked the arrest search. He hasn't gone anywhere. He's probably not going to go anywhere for a while. If he's unable to make his bond, he'll stay in until his bond reduction hearing. If the judge reduces it, he's able to make it, he can bond out. They'll have to resolve the issues on the level 2 supervision and take it from there. I'll give you an update if anything's filed. I'll look at the case every now and then, maybe attend a hearing or two here and there. Anyway, that's Lawyering in Paradise. A successful day for me and my client in court. Your latest update on the Peterson case. Life of a Miami lawyer. I absolutely love it.